Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my tutorial channel. It's Daniela Tran here, and today we are going to work on some more IFM practice problems. This video is section 6-1, the core level. So let's look at the first problem. Prices for one share of ABX stock and prices for one share of MTZ stock. Here we have two tables. One is for ABX stock and MTZ stock. On each of the two tables, we have the time frame today and 1 year later with the bid and the ask price. In order to understand the table is very simple. Let's say if you consider the stock ABX today, the bid price is 21.2 and the ask price is 21.25. That means if you want to sell one share of ABX stock today, you will get $21.2. But if you want to buy one share of ABX stock today, then you have to pay $21.25 for one share of stock ABX. And similar to read the other information. Now, having just watched the bid short, Tom decides he will try trading shares of mortgage company stocks. Given the above stock prices, which of the following strategy would have resulted in the greatest profit for Tom? A. Short selling bow. B. Short selling ABX but buying MTZ. C. Buy bow. D. Buy ABX but sell MTZ. So here, let's just look at one by one. Let's consider ABX first. Today, you see both the bid and the ask prices are higher than the bid and the ask prices 1 year later, which means we should sell today, so we're not gonna lose money. So for ABX, the smart option should be sell short selling ABX. And if we observe MTZ, today prices are is lower than 1 year later, so we should buy, and then 1 year later we should sell. So basically we should sell ABX and buy MTZ. So A is the smart option. Short selling ABX and buying MTZ today. Problem 2. Albert purchased X shares of ABC stock from a broker. The bid price was $2.60 and the bid ask spread is 0.5 per share. The broker charged a commission of 5% of the transaction. The total cost of his purchase was $6,838.125. Let's calculate X. This is a very easy problem. So for each share, the price is $2.60, and also we have to pay for the bid ask spread, which means if you want to budget one share of ABX stock from a broker, you have to pay $260.5 for one share. And for the transaction, we also have 5% charge of transaction, which means the cost we have to pay before after commission. The total price we have to pay, including the transaction fee, should be 1.05. The total amount of money we have to pay for it without transaction fee. So X here is the number of share. So the prices to buy X shares should be 260.5x times 1.05. I repeat, 260.5 here comes from 260 and 0.5, and 1.05 here comes from the transaction fee. It's like 5% transaction fee. So the total and the total cost of his purchase was 6838.125. So solving this equation, we got X is equal to 25 shares. So Albert purchased 25 shares of ABC stock from the broker. Problem 3. For stock A, you are given that on January 1st, 2017, the bid price is 115.50 and the ask price is 116. On January 1st, 2018, the bid price is 123.5 and the ask price is 125. The annual effective interest rate is 3%. You enter into a short position on 10 shares of stock A on January 1st, 2017, then close your position on January 1st, 2018. Your broker charged $10 per transaction. What is your profit or loss on January 1st, 2018? Before we solve this problem, I want you to pay attention to the keyword. You enter into a short position. Short position here means we are selling. And close the position means you have to rebuy. So it's just like when you sell, you are short, you're in short position. But if you buy, then you're in a long position. It's very simple. So basically on January 1st, 2017, you sell 10 share of stock. And then on January 1st, 2018, a year later, you rebuy 10 shares. So let's consider on January 1st, 2017, when you short selling 10 share, then you would receive 10 times with the bid price on 2017. So on January 1st, 2017, when you sell 10 shares of stock, you would receive the bid price on 2017 times 10. And don't forget to pay $10 transaction fee. So the total that you receive is $11.45 on January 1st. And then a year later, you buy 10 shares. So of course, when you buy, you have to calculate on the ask price on January 1st, 2018. So in order to buy 10 shares at that time, you have to pay 125 times 10, and also you have to pay $10 transaction fee, which means you have to pay $12.60. So now we have two numbers, $11.45 and $12.60. $11.45 should be positive because that is the amount that you receive. And $12.60 should be negative because that is the amount that you pay. But you're not allowed to take $11.45 subtract $12.60 because they're not on the same time frame. $11.45 is the number on 2017 and $12.60 is the number on 2018. So in order to do any calculation between these two numbers, you have to move them to the same time point, either in 2017 or 2018. But here the question asks for your loss or profits on January 1st, 2018. That means you have to move all of these two numbers to 2018. So we have to calculate the future value, the accumulated value of $11.45. $11.45 is the number on January 1st, 2017. So a year later, it should be accumulated to $11.45 times 1.03. So the profits and loss on January 18 should be $11.45 times 1.03 subtract $12.60. And it is equal to negative 80.65, which means you lose money. So the loss on January 1st, 2018 should be $80.65. Problem 4. Suppose that stock Y is currently priced at 25 per share, and the stock pays dividends continuously at the rate proportionally to its price at a constant rate of 3%. You purchase 200 shares of stock Y and invest all dividends by purchasing all extra shares of stock Y. The continuously compounded risk-free rate is 5%. After 4 months, you sell the stock when the stock price is 25.9. Calculate the 4-month profit. So, in order to calculate the 4-month profits, you have to calculate what is the amount that you pay and what is the amount that you receive, and make sure you use them at the same time frame to do calculation. So now, at the beginning, when you decide to purchase 200 shares of stock Y, the price was 25. So today, when you buy 200 shares of stock Y, you have to pay 25 times 200, which is $5,000. $5,000 here is the cost to buy 200 shares of stock Y today. Now, this problem, the dividends are not cash out but reinvested into the investment with the continuous roll rate of 3%. So after 4 months, the number of shares of stock should not be 200, but it should be a different number. So after 4 months, we have to calculate the number of shares of the stocks. We take 200 times e to the 0.03 times 4 over 12. 0.03 here is the constant rate 3%, and 4 over 12 here represents 4 months. So 4 months in a year we have 12 months, so t should be 4 over 12, which is 1/3. So do the calculation, we see that after 4 months we have 202.01 shares of stocks, and at the end of 4 months we want to sell, and the price of each share is 25.9 at that moment. So we basically receive 202.01 times 25.9, which is 5,232.059. That is the amount you receive. So now let's look at the whole picture. Today you pay 5,000. So 5,000 should be a negative number. And 4 months later, we receive 5,232.059. That should be a positive number. And these two numbers are at different time frame. 5,000 is today. 5,232.59 is 4 months later. So in order to do the calculation, we have to move them to the same time frame, either today or 4 months later. And the question asks for 4 months later, so we have to move them all to 4 months. So here, today, you pay 5,000. The accumulated value of 5,000 is 5,000 times e to the 0.05 times 4 over 12, because the continuously compounded risk-free interest rate is 5%, and 4 months is 4 over 12 year. So the 4-month profit should be 5,232.059 subtract 5,000 times e to the 0.05 times 4 over 12, which is 148.03. So that's a 4-month profit. Problem 5. Prices of 1 share of ABX stock is given in the first table, and the prices for 1 share of MTZ stock is given in the second table. Having just watched the bit short, Tom decides he will try short selling shares of mortgage company stocks. He sells 1,000 shares of ABX stock and 300 shares of MTZ stock. 1 year later, Tom buys back all of his shares. His brokerage firm charges 0.01 per share of all stock transaction. The continuously compounded risk-free rate is 3%. What is the amount of commission Tom paid today? Okay, so basically Tom today, if you consider today, he sell 1,000 of ABX and 300 of MTZ. So the prices of ABX today we sell, so we have to use the bid price. So we got 1,000 times 20.2 plus 300 times 59.75, and because his brokerage firm charges 0.01 per share, so we have to take that times 0.01. So today the commission paid by Tom is 13. Alright, so that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. See you on the next video. Bye bye.